All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jackson here today. We come here today to talk um, on the issues that are affecting our people uh, in the subdivision. And as you can see on your screen, I'm here joined by the president of CADA. And the issue at stake here is the current situation that is going on with development and the development, especially in the health sector. Of late, because of the crisis in Cameroon today, the health sector in the subdivision is seriously impacted. So there was a time when the diaspora group, especially those in the United States, came together and put together some funds in a bid to alleviate and help the situation back at home. Ever since this happened, there have been some crises about the management of those funds. And that has degenerated into a series of decrease and counter decrease. But we have the president of NCADA here, who is the sole person in charge of development when it comes to Ngi people. And this development goes hand in hand with the role of the mayor that is elected in Ngi. And the mayor and the NCADA president, these are the two bodies that are in charge of development and developmental projects in Ngi. So, but of late, there have been some conflicts, and we're here to clarify the air and educate the people of Ngi and friends of Ngi and well-wishers of Ngi so that we find a better way to get this thing working. So I'm here today just to educate and clarify, and that's why we brought the president of NCADA here, and he's going to introduce himself. Yes, Mr. President, could you, in one word, introduce yourself to the audience that will be listening now and those that will be listening tomorrow?
Thank you very much, Sir Jackson. It is my pleasure to line now. I am at work. Concerns me, I put some time aside to see how much I can do vis-a-vis my pleasure once again, and I greet everybody on board and everybody that got and listen to me. I'm Dr. Ebah Peter, the National President of Ngi Culture and Development. I'm a medical doctor. I'm a gynecologist by specialty. And of course, I think I'm sitting here on the
Okay. All right. So let's start with the activities of NCADA ever since you became the president. What has been the roadmap up to today for NCADA activities in the subdivision?
Again for question that NCADA, he reminded that NCADA, and when we took off office, we were with the crisis, which has kept us on our knees, and it go down to the village. It hasn't been all that easy. The crisis erupted, brought the activities of NCADA to a standstill. But that notwithstanding, at working, visiting branches, and to make them that the crisis has like getting calmed down a bit, that we want to kickstart powerfully the plan action of NCADA. I think I've been to Douala last year. I've been to Boya. And of recent this year, I was in Yaoundé trying to NCADA. So one with my sisters, my one diaspora, come together and put our hands on deck to what we can do through NCADA to the entire community home and
Okay, thank you. So, um, what are the difficulties and challenges that you've been having as a CADA president with CADA itself? I know you talk about the crisis, but for the crisis, what are the difficulties for people listening to you uh, to know that some of the things you are going through?
beautiful there. Understand that NCADA do not have a cover. We don't have a budget for now. I took office with nothing, and all the movement, and I have to go details. It's so much, but I just want to say that the first difficulty is the financial crisis, the financial difficulties, which I cannot freely move. I've had situations which, if there is enough time, I can detail that. We came to the office. There were some children who were picked up from the community, from Andek, from Ebah, and these children were locked up at the brigade, transferred through Bengui, and I already discovered them that they were all killed, 5 of them in number, and they were in Balinyonga, Rananka. And of course, as NCADA president who just came into the office, it wasn't easy, and the crisis at that time were at apex. In fact, I had to lead a delegation, a courageous delegation to Balinyonga. While at Balinyonga, when the community discovered that, when the administration, that is to say the administration of Bali, the GO, the mayor, and the phone, when they discovered that I was in Bali trying to bury these children, in fact, it wasn't easy. I was apprehended.
Wow.
I was detained
Wow.
twice. The SDO of, yes, the SDO of Momo was called on phone. It was in court because the state council was there, commander, the legion commander, the foreign representative, the mayor. They put me in Balansoa, they put me in the middle, and they asked me a lot of questions. First question they asked me is that, oh yes, they have to, the coordinator of Amber Group, and that I'm the doctor in charge of the boys, and that is why I've come to see their corpses. Now, I told them that if they really want us to talk, me, I'm ready. And before coming to see the corpses of my brothers, I am ready. If they can take me to court, me, I'm ready. I'm ready. They told me that, oh no, we're already in court, so we should go ahead. I said, beautiful. So I don't have a lot. I have to see you. The first, before I got to that level, I've been to the site where those our brothers' corpses were dumped together. They were dumped together. You pack stones or you pack cones of nut. So I asked the state council, how on earth can it be possible that our brothers were arrested from Andek, detained at the brigade, transferred from Bengui to Bali? No escape notice. I never heard of any escape notice. How could they have flown from Ngi and they are found in Bali? How did they escape? And if they escape, why did the brigade not signal with an escape notice that some people were detained, and of course they escaped detention? How did they find themselves in Bali? Question. And that if they were really in Bali fighting as they presume, I found their corpses sporadic dumped together to show that they were assassinated and dumped. And so what are they telling me? That they should not be kidding me because I am serious. I've come here with serious notice. Me, I'm not laughing with them. And so if they think that they can intimidate me, then they should go and really prepare to intimidate me more because they have assassinated my brothers. And so if I am a human rights activist per se, and I'm ready to take me to court. And
Okay.
the third was
Doctor.
the phone of
Doctor.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean to
Yeah.
cut you. I understand what went through. I don't
Yeah.
really want us to get into that for now because of time constraint. But it's really, really, really appealing what you're saying, and it is a very, very sad situation. And we're sorry that you have to go through that. Yeah. So, but our goal today is to find out. We understand that the diaspora met in United States and they raised a certain sum of money in a bid to help the health facilities in Guinea. Can you tell these people listening to us how many health, did they call them health district or committees are in Guinea? Health
Health
centers,
center.
yes. Well, I think the health centers are subdivided into a certain group of the number. I don't know what they call it. So, how many health centers are in Guinea?
Per se, there are centers. They are in Guinea, and one including a medicalized one, which is that of Andek, but inclusive, including even the Andek, there are 8 health centers.
Okay. All right. Yes, I know that the NCADA, which is in the Cultural and Development Association United States chapter, has been doing certain things to help you. Your camera is a little bit off on your head. You are not seeing you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, you need to move your camera up, and your network too is a little bit okay. Yeah, okay, we're good now. Yeah, we're good now. So, I know that. Could you tell the audience your interactions with the diaspora group pertaining to the health facilities in Guinea, in a brief way?
Thank you. I'm so glad. I want to first of all appreciate the fact that in the community in the diaspora USA, particularly the money to support your sources and continue to give you good strength. That said, when I was contacted on the issue of assistance to the health centers, the health communities in Guinea, I didn't take it sleep down. I contacted the coordinator program in Guinea who worked with the various chief of centers, and of course they provided their request, their need individually, and of course I forwarded them to the coordinating team of the program there in the United States. As received, I did not touch it. I didn't it. I just sent them. We have been deliberating on this issue on how to get this material provided and sent to the various health committees, the health centers per se, the various health centers. I think for now that is what I can say. Else, there's another question which I will definitely answer.
So far, what has been the response from the diaspora on that assignment that they gave you, and and what are you supposed to do exactly?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. We all agree that the health centers were supposed to be given some materials, and a budget was drawn each per health center. And of late, we're going to start with Mengom Integrated Health Center and the Azem Health Center by providing them worth 1 million something
Okay.
per health centers. Of late, the resistance I have on the ground is that way is coming from the municipality, because the mayor likes should be as the meeting at his office, so that they will onwards know how these things shall get to the various health centers. I think for now, the resistance we are like happy to inform all of you, um, particularly I think we have started, the diaspora have already disbursed some of money to me, which has to cover center and the medical equipment for Mengom Integrated Center, without including the solar system panels for Mengom, because of the confusion which the mayor brought.
Okay, I think you're a little bit frozen there. Yeah, for the audience, so he's what the president of NCADA is saying is that um, the have the diaspora has disbursed some monies in the millions for the first two health centers that are going to be assisted. But there was some friction because of the mayor of the municipality, and he will be coming back to give us to clarify on those remarks. But while while the president Kada, who remains frozen on the screen because of network problems in Cameroon, I will just go ahead to tell the audience that there is a document that here that we're going to look into it, which is municipal decision number 190 AC slash SG slash BAC slash 2024. This is a document that has been produced by the mayor of Ngi, Mr. Obango, and appointing various individuals to head the various health centers in Ngi. And I will tell you, okay, I think the president is back. All right.
A call came
Okay.
that um,
Okay. Go ahead now. I will just stop where I was.
yeah. So what I'm saying is that because of the audio that Dr. Atianjo came out with, um, it has caused the mayor to make certain pronouncements, and it's like the administration of Ngi is taking it on a different understanding, because some of them, they're trying to reach me and they were like, oh, Dr. Atianjo is preaching secession. He is a secessionist. He's practicing that. He wants to turn the health centers into amber health centers. How can he be saying that health centers, which are government-based health centers, um, cannot, activities there cannot pass through the council? And so brought a lot of
Okay,
freaks,
okay,
a lot
okay.
of
Let me ask this. Okay, on that note, let me ask you this. Is there a difference the workings of the NCADA president and that of the mayor? How do these two bodies work in the interest of the people?
um,
Because I want to understand that the mayor of Ngi covers most of the projects that are government sponsored in the subdivision, and the NCADA president is the one in charge of developmental issues, self-reliance development issues engaged and undertaken by Ngi people. Yeah, so yes,
are we together?
I can hear you.
Good. We
Yes.
must understand CADA is a partner in development to the council. The president of NCADA is by right supposed to sit on the same table and talk development with the mayor for the same municipality. And with the recent law of decentralization from the government of Cameroon has given the mayor upper right over the municipal development. And therefore, no development is supposed to take place without his municipality, without the knowledge of the mayor. And that is the way it is. And it is in line of this that he's saying that anything that has to be done, he must be put on the know. That is what we can say for now, because that is the new law of decentralization, which says that if we
Okay.
have to do anything with a municipality, it must be of the know.
Okay. Okay. These are two different things. Being on the know and being the executioner. Those are two different things. Am I right?
Yes, for the execution, I talked with him. I gave him a today. He's saying that he's not like he wants to buy our things. We should buy our things, but that we do not have the right to pass straight to the health centers and start giving them without passing through the side. He's saying that situation we are having now in the country, who knows whether give to the health centers are not having some.
Uh, I see you speaking, but your microphone is muted. Let me see. Check your microphone. Hello, check your microphone. I think your microphone is muted. Dr. Ebah, your microphone is muted. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. The network in Cameroon is a little bit patchy, as you all know. So there is a delay, and you can't even listen to me. So with the check your microphone. Can you hear me now? Maybe log out and come back in. Yes. So this we're getting to more interesting things. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Okay, log out and log in back. I can hear you. Can you log out and coming back? We can hear you. Can you hear me? All right. Dr. Ebah seems not to Ebah not seems not to hear me because of the same network issues. So he was stressing the need for the health for the NCADA president to work with the mayor and work with the DO and the administration. Yeah. So the question asked that we needed some clarifications was working and assisting him or letting the mayor know or who is going to be the executioner for the various projects. So he was saying that given the socio-political situation in Cameroon, the administration and the mayor of the think that people can pass through health center help and send on necessary stuff to Ngi, which to me is just so irrelevant because these things are being bought in Bamenda, shipped all the way, passed through all the control, come to Ngi. There's a gendarme post in Ngi, and they are just these are just excuses, unnecessary excuses. So I'll be waiting for Dr. Ebah to come back. Let me see. Yeah, he is still connected, but we can see them. I can see him. So I'll advise him to log out and come back in. So as I was saying before that, so it doesn't make any sense that help that is being sent to people in the millions, especially at a time when we are so badly hurt. They should bring politics into it. And the politics they're bringing is just a politics to divide. So I really wanted the NCADA president to come in and let us talk this and educate the masses on these things, because people should really know what is happening. Because as we speak, the mayor has gone ahead and appointed CPDM councilors to head these various health centers in Gi. We have Andek, is a Akenube Foley. I think this guy is from Acham. Abebung Integrated Health Center, we have Abawe Constance. Abawe Constance is from Angai. Interestingly, they want Abawe Constance from Angai to go and head the health district in Abebung. So, what happened to the Abebung people? We have Ajay, Integrated Health Center. We have Achewa Rose. See, all of them. All of these people are CPDM councilors. Azem, we have Mr. Ebagwo Solomon. Interestingly, Ebagwo Solomon hails from Andek. Now, he has been appointed to head the health center in Azem. We are in an interesting time. Itwi Integrated Health Center, we have Mr. Apakwi Clara, Mrs. Apakwi Clara is a lady. And in Con, we have somebody, Peter. Now, for those who are listening, health centers have a board that they come together, and these board members are selected from all the various villages that constitute that health center. These board members meet together and elect a board chairman. There's never been a situation where the mayor will sit and appoint people from various villages to start heading various health centers in Gi. It has never happened, and it does not even happen in a normal world. and for the for people. And even if you are doing those appointments, how is it that you brought somebody from Andek to go and hit the health center in Azem, somebody from Angai to go and hit the health center in Abebu? What happened to the Abebung people and those who are have interest in that health community? What happened to the people in Azam and those who come from that community? And why why is it that only the CPDM people are competent enough to head these health centers? Where is that? Where is that power of decentralization coming from? The power of decentralization in Cameroon does not end at the mayor's office. It extends to the grassroots. That's why people are able to come up and make decisions from themselves and govern themselves. And for any mayor to sit and appoint people. And interestingly, why are these appointments only coming now? I want people to listen and listen to me clearly. Because when the diaspora in the United States raised a whopping sum of money to help the health center, the mayor of Ngi, Mr. Obango, sent agents to the United States, send them to the convention to convince people to pay this money to him so that he can put it on the road project. The same road project that he has been collecting money all over Ngi and beyond, and there's no road. There's no road project. So he asked the diaspora to give that money to the road because he has already done so much for the health center. But when we have videos of health centers with no delivery equipment, with no centrifuges, with not microscope for lab technicians, we thought that the diaspora thought that it is but necessary to equip these health centers with the basic needs. And of course, we shall even in developed world, there's always need to improve on the health sector. If the mayor has done so much for the health centers in Guinea, there's nothing wrong for the diaspora to improve on what he has done. But he is so categorical that this money should be sent to him for the road project. So in the event, when the diaspora refused that we are working with the development president, which is the AGDA president, he rushed and bought solar panel and sent to Mengam because he saw in the program that the diaspora were going to send some solar panels to electrify the health place in Mengam, in Konmengam. But my point is that if we have already allocated funds to buy those equipment for Mengam, and you had that money, why can't you put that money in your road project? And for the Ngi people, why is there a road project that was started a long time ago, but we saw some front head loaders bringing mud into onto the road during the beginning of the rainy season in the name of the mayor trying to dig the Ngi road? Why have we allowed this man to do the things he's doing for Ngi people? Why? Why? Is it because people are just so afraid of him, or afraid of the administration, or why? Why? There are so many why that we don't have answers. You know, the road project in Ngi is something that is supposed to be done by Ngi people, and it's not supposed to be voluntary. It's something that we have to mandate everybody to contribute to it. Me in particular, I will. And we have to tell people how much they have to contribute. It's not something that an individual will sit and ask for free will donation. If the law of decentralization asks the mayor to be in charge of development, it doesn't mean that the mayor is the alpha and the omega. We, the Ngi people, with self-reliance development, it's always been there, and will continue to do it. There is no way. There is no way. All right. Welcome back. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, your network has not been the best.
It's not the best. It's not the best.
Yeah, but it sounds better now. So what I was asking you was that, so if is there any way, did you refuse that because any developmental issues that is going to Ngi, it has to pass through the powers that be. They have to be aware, and these things they have to be inspected and distributed to the various areas. And when they say separatists are going to bring things and masks and send to health centers, how true is that? How true is what they're saying? How true is that?
No, it just, you know, like I said before the network interrupted,
Yes.
that is not the way they take it, but I I did my best to debunk it. I debunked it, and I explained to them that no, these things are genuinely from our brothers who are in the diaspora, in particular the USA, in NCADA USA, that has thought about their people back home and have sent these things. And so how comes that they are coined that way? They say, oh no, because the information has escalated until the DMO is telling me, oh, the activists, they want to use that and turn the health centers into Amazonia health centers. But I've taken time today morning, I've talked with the DMO. Last night I talked with the DO. And this morning again, I talked with the mayor to make them understand that what they are believing is wrong from from what is on the ground. But like they have said it, they are holding their ground that except these things pass through the administration, they will not reach their target point. So that is the issue. But I just believe that I told them that, all right, I'll get back to them at the end of the day, because I know that we'll have this meeting. And after this, I have something to tell them.
Okay. So when they say separatist people are going to take over the health centers, how possible is that? What's the possible scenario? Because I'm sitting here wondering how is it that sending health equipments to the needy people on Gi, just as diaspora have been contributing to the Ngi road, doesn't mean that the diaspora or the separatist people are going to take over the Ngi road too. I'm trying to wrap my head and understand the politics in, or the rationale in what they're saying.
Mr. Jackson, else you don't know the politics in this country, else you don't know Mr. Obango, whom you should know very well. There are people that don't want certain negativity. You know, they believe that Dr. Atianjo, with the outing he made, is an activist, and for him to be telling the health centers that they should snub the administration and the things will get to them was already like opposition sitting in for the government, for the government of the Amazonia to face the government of Cameroon. That is their
Okay,
take.
okay, but now,
I'm taking listen. Remember I'm reporting because I made a call this morning with the
yes,
to the DMO. I made a call to the mayor. These are their statement. That is the finding I found. That is what I found on that they are holding grounds, believing that why we make this thing pass through the administration. We have sharing deals. We have some plan act that we are hiding. That is why we do not want to see this thing pass through the administration.
okay. Let me ask this. If you are still listening to me, your network a little bit got. Okay, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Before Dr. Atenjo make that, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Dr.
I get you.
Atenjo's audio was in, yes, Dr. Atenjo's audio was as a consequence of the actions of the mayor. So the audio was responding to the activities of the mayor, which were he went ahead and appointed CPDM militants and councilors to head the various health district in Gi. People from Angai to go to Abebung, people from Andek to go and host head health districts in Azem, which is out of the norm. And the resistance and the insistence of the mayor for us to receive all of that money. And they were saying that the money has to pass through NCADA, which is the developmental structure in Gi. So how is it that Dr. Atenjo, in response to the mayor, who has been standing on the way for all of these things to happen, how is it that an issue with the government? Because the audio was in response to his activities. Does he have the right to appoint health CPDM councilors to head health facilities in Gi?
That question answered by the mayor. Posed the question to him as to the chief of the chairman of the management committee, which is appointed, have condemned it. Even with the DMO, have condemned it. It does not happen in medicine, in the Ministry of Public, where politicians are appointed over the communities. It is the communities that sit and elect the chairperson.
Correct.
Of their management, and not the other way. You realize that made he has it, and you really see cancel this, to show that there are all elements of the council. And so I asked them whether they want to turn the various health centers into CPDM subsections health centers, because when you look at all of those who have been appointed, they are all militants of the CPDM. They are all executive members of the CPDM section in Gi. I know it very well. Can they tell? Can they the militants CPDM to chair the 8 health centers in Gi? So what are they dreaming at? Do they want to turn the health centers into CPDM unit, or what is it all about? So it has not been a good ride, and I know that that does not exist. It is the community that sit and elect who has to chair their health centers, and not appointed by any mayor whosoever. Where has that happened in Cameroon? It has and to show in law, which law gives the right that the mayor has chairman of health centers or committees is impossible. It doesn't exist.
Thank you. So, for everybody listening, it seems like Mr. Obango is benefiting from the crises that are in Cameroon to subjugate the development of Ngi. And of course, if you are elected by the people, you listen to the people. But from the behavior of Mr. Obango, I think his election is an appointment from Yaoundé, because if he was listening to Ngi people, you should listen to every community. The diaspora is an asset. It's an asset. And when they come in, when they buy equipment in Cameroon to send to Ngi, this equipment are going to every person in Ngi. It's not helping separatists, it's not helping anybody. And there is nothing that is saying that any Ngi child does not have the ability to help Ngi, despite your political affiliation. Either your SDF or your CNU, or CPDM or your UNDP. Are you not free to send help to the Ngi people and work under the NCADA Cultural and Development Association? When has that been prohibited in Cameroon, Dr. Ebah?
That is why you see I stand my ground to educate them that NCADA is a non-governmental organization or association which has nothing to do with politics. And when they start affiliating non-governmental issue politics, it will be with me that I will see it happen that way. I will not want to take that. And I've told you in blue and black, what they have done in Gi should be released immediately, which is going to drag us into a serious problem with them. It has not happened, and it is not any law in Cameroon that the mayor has the right to appoint politicians to chair health committees. It has never happened. And so it's not even a thing that we should put our head hitting there, because I made them to know, I made a DMO to know whether, I asked the DMO whether he's aware of the fact that that is what has happened in Gi. Why has it not happened in Meta? Why has it not happened in Jikwa? Why has it not happened in Oshe? Why has it not happened in Batibo and in Widikum? Why only in Gi?
Yes, and you just hit it. You just hit that nail on the head on stuff like that. But this is not happening in a vacuum. This is not happening in a vacuum. You understand that when you were off the air, there was a persistent and a consistent fight by Mr. Obango for this money, for the money that was raised here in the diaspora to be sent to him for the road project. And this same road project, we have said, we, the diaspora, will sponsor that road project and will tax ourselves. I am capable of giving $1 million francs for that road if they do it the right way, if they do it at the right time. And we tax ourselves. It is not incumbent for the mayor to sit and arbitrarily ask people to do free will donation for a road that we don't know the statistics of how that road is going to be realized. So the mayor with his cohorts, and I really want to emphasize on this. Mr. Obango, as an individual, is doing this thing because he has enablers like those appointed councilors. And these are Ngi people who are there to stifle the development of Ngi. These individuals that are being accepted an appointment to go to Azem and Abebung and other villages to health centers. These are the people enabling the activities of Mr. Obango. I'm calling of the Moses, I'm calling of the Constance, I'm calling of the Apaquis and whoever they are. They got to know that anything that is happening to Ngi, if that help that is supposed to go to Ngi people is stifled, it's going to be on them because they are assisting Mr. Obango in the things he's trying to do. And we're asking, as the chairman, as the president of NCADA, are you using your various organs and branches to educate? Because even these councillors are under your jurisdiction as Ngi people. Before they become councillors, they are Ngi people. How are you using your structures to educate and let these people understand that what they're doing is wrong?
Yes, thank you very much. I think a glaring example is when I went down to Boya and I attended NCADA general meeting in Boya. I took time off to explain things to the people. You just touched another aspect, that of the road. Excuse me. You have to understand that being who he is that kind of a person who believes in himself. Crying that there should be unity within us and the council. We should be able to come and work for a common goal. If you go toward the road issue, I have criticized it vehemently, and you will not believe that if the mayor wants, he has no right to collect as a
no
for the development of is there.
Yes.
When NCADA is there, and the worst thing is to use NCADA structures to spoil the whole game. When I got winds of this, I met him and I told him that, look, guy, if one person need to collect money from the people, it should be the national president of NCADA, and this money paid into into
Good.
NCADA coffers and not to any politically opponent way manned by. Now, when he went ahead and opened an account with Tinaco Credit Union and made President General as secretary to that committee, I refused it. I told him off that it is too bad. It's degradation. How could he, instead of encourage and collect money from the city and be the chairman of that commission, you want to turn around and politicize it and instead use NCADA as secretary, and that I'm not going to be part of this. He tried everything possible into that account. I refuse, and I've never signed till today, and I've never donated even a dime till today. I've educated people that anybody who is donating is doing that at his own risk, because the council does not have the mandate, the civil society. They have the money that they can use as government to develop the municipality, to ask money from the civil society. When the cultural and development organizations are there, the society, they, according to him, I do not know why he now about NCADA USA, when he has gone ahead and created neighborhood communities against cultural and development associations. And he is trying to make the community to know that cultural and development associations are not important for him in Ngi than his newly created neighborhood communities. And now I asked him the creation of neighborhood communities against the legal and development associations by the government. So it is
So,
the shows are
Dr. Ebah,
is very bad. Yes.
Dr. Ebah,
I get
and
you.
the people accepting this thing out of fear, or the people are numb with the activities of Mr. Bango, because of this show and because of your presence, there are certain things I don't want to say about him because they might tarnish the information you're giving out here. So I'm trying to be civil as much as possible so that we focus on the main issues here, because I still don't understand how he is doing all these things and then the people are just watching. What is happening?
Well, answer for me. I can answer for myself. Remember, I just said before, everybody has his singers and his adversaries. He has his praise singers. I do not know why. That whatever thing he does, they goes on the air and they clap. Now, those he has appointed, they know people from Gi, and they all live the time, and they knows what really happened on. They know. Yes, maybe they are staying quiet because they are councilors. The answer is to him, and I've told him that me, I don't have anything to lose because I am not on any payroll. Neither am I think he can penalize me one way or the other. I'm a freelancer, and I'm the people. And NCADA is supposed to be the watchdog of the council. It is supposed to be the people's eye. It is supposed to be the people's mouth speaker and a town crier for the people. And so, if I should be that NCADA national, I must do everything to be neutral in all what is taking place in order to stand my ground and criticize what I'm supposed to criticize. But if I am part and parcel of that dance, I will not be able to have the audacity to challenge the wrongs that are happening within the municipality.
Okay, so what do you need to do to have NCADA General Assembly bring the people together and maybe empower the people to stand up for their development?
The first thing is that, a poor man is a needy man. And I say so because most often it's me alone who has been going out educating people, but we need to go out as a team to talk to Ngi people, to talk to all NCADA branches about Therefore, we need funding. We need some funding to enable us move around and meet the Ngi community wherever they are. I have been doing so personally, and that is why most of the time I go to Douala alone, I go to Boya alone, I go to Yaoundé alone without a team. And if you tell them, our people, they lack the spirit of sacrifice, they let me in my bag and remove something and spend. They will ask you, doctor, we are willing to go, but there is no money, we don't have transport, we don't have logistics. How are we going to sleep? How are we going to do this? In fact, it becomes a waste on me, and it becomes difficult to move them out of their comfort zone.
Okay, Mr. President. Yes, you are the president. Don't you think it is incumbent for you to solicit for funds from various quarters and put a team to reorganize CADA all over Cameroon?
That's great. That is in the days ahead. Just wait my invitation, Mr. Jackson. That's a beautiful question. I've already opened WhatsApp group, and in this WhatsApp group, I'm president of NCADA, all the NCADA, and in the days ahead, in few days or weeks ahead, I am coming to call a meeting that is going to work in the direction you just made mention, so that we shall sit there as developmental factors. Because if I have all the branch presidents of NCADA together in a meeting, all the national ESCO of NCADA together in a meeting, all the involving the parliamentarians, the regional councilors, those who are working for the communities, not as they won't be coming as politicians, but they will be coming as our brothers who are somewhere that they can also grab something and send home, like people are doing, and then we sit together and pave the roadmap for the development in our community. That is beautiful. That is the plan I have on my table. That ahead I'm working toward. Don't forget, the 2022, there was an enlarged ESCO meeting I called at the Pastoral Center upstation in Bamenda, where I invited all in the communities, the elite, the national ESCO of NCADA, the branch ESCO of NCADA, the branch president of NCADA. The population came. But one thing you must take home before we end up this interview is that sometimes when you call a meeting like that, the distractors will turn around and coin that meeting a different thing.
All right, we just lost him there again. He was saying something very interesting, and he'll be back. As I was saying, I was trying to hold the NCADA president's feet to fire here. We'll call it pants on fire, because I believe that the Mr. Obango is having this leeway because NCADA itself is a crumbling institution. So we have just the voice of the president and a few members. But if the president of NCADA thinks that it's very, very important for him to stay on course for the development, NCADA has to be rebuilt. NCADA has to be a force to reckon with. And so while waiting for him to come and see if we can run up, just want to let people know that this serious issue about Dingy Road, and let me give you guys some information. When we had the NCADA convention in the United States, on the post-convention day, we had people, the mayor calling people. He has people here in the United States, call them, try to inject division here in the United States, even lied that money was given to the former executive in the East in NCADA USA to the tune of about 30,000 in 2 installments by somebody that I don't want to mention their name here, and which was a total lie. When we asked that individual, I said, no, he never said something like that. And people came here pretending that they were part of NCADA United States, but they were just infiltrators because the mayor wanted to have a hand in the money that was being contributed here. This money is from our pocket. It's from my pocket and other people in the diaspora, because we think that despite the socio-political situation in Cameroon, we still have to develop Ngi. As I said, when it comes to the time that they want us to dig that road at the beginning of the dry season and they come with a budget, I will happily contribute to that road. But not the sham that is going on. They wait until this rainy season, then the mayor go bring a front head loader. This is a very shameful situation. I want all of you in Cameroon to listen. The front head loader is not meant to dig road. Please. I know we are a third world country, but we cannot remain in the third world country mindset. The front head loader is meant to load materials into vehicles that will now take it to the construction sites. The front head loader is not a grader. It is not an excavator. Whatever Mr. Obango is doing in Gi, using a front head loader to bring mud into the road, that is a shame. And for every single person that is listening to such charlatan, you'll be reminded by the history books on Gi that you stood on the way for development of Ngi by supporting such devilish actions. For an individual to take a front hole loader to be digging the road on Ngi, the same road that is asking the people to be contributing money to a certain fund. It doesn't work like that. It has never worked like that. Why is it that we have just become so numb and allow an individual to be doing these things? It is not any development that is development for the people. It is not. Mr. Bango has had all the powers he needs. He's the mayor of the almighty mayor of Ngi. What else does he want? He wants to be the husband to all the wives in Ngi. Does he want to be the father to all the children in Ngi? Does he want to be the pastor of all the churches in Ngi? I mean, where on earth can we make an individual wants to be omnipresent? An individual wants to be everywhere. What type of ego is that? I'll wait for that day. We'll wait for that day to see. Because it's not right. The Ngi people are suffering today because of his activities that he's trying to do. Let him work with the NCADA president. Allow the NCADA president to galvanize Ngi people for the development of Ngi. Let him make NCADA stronger. Let him use even funds from the council and build NCADA. That is a developer. Not you usurping the powers of NCADA. Not him impersonating himself as NCADA president and trying to do the stuff that the cultural association is supposed to do. I'll end here, and I thank everybody that is listening now and those who will listen later on. And we'll continue to share this to Ngi people. Let them listen, and every other person that would like to listen, so that we can